All right, now to this story from WDSU Investigates. The city of New Orleans has more than $100 million to try and tackle issues that you deal with every day, but it's not being used.
Yeah, and you know, these are quality of life problems that could make it easier for you to live and work in the city. And the money is just collecting dust. WDSU investigator Travis Mackle is demanding answers, what this money should be used for, and who is upset that it is not being used.
Progress in New Orleans East is a priority for many. The Folgers facility, Michoud plant, and much more is already here. All part of the New Orleans Regional Business Park.
A little homemade hog and cheese, baby.
Local businesses, like Vucinovich's restaurant, have seen change over the last few decades.
We blessed, buddy. We blessed out here, and it's been a little roller coaster.
Russell Vucinovich's restaurant has been in business at the end of Michoud Boulevard for 44 years.
Everything's been starting to pick up in the East, buddy.
He's seen industrial sites sitting vacant, starting to move.
A lot of the property starting to sell in the East, the older buildings and stuff.
And city leaders have taken notice. So in late fall 2022, the council earmarked federal funds sent to the state for critical infrastructure needs to New Orleans Regional Business Park in New Orleans East. $1.5 million for general facility improvements, blight remediation, and other related scopes. But records obtained by WDSU Investigates show that 15 months later, the Cantrell administration has spent none of that money. Zero.
When you have the resources and people know about the resources and then the work isn't being done, that's when people get frustrated.
And that's what Councilman Joe Giarrusso is, frustrated. He's the budget chair, the man who controls the city's purse strings.
My hope is by, unfortunately, publicizing these things, that it gives more attention and more urgency.
Because records show over $105 million for projects, entities, and needs all across the city is still unused. $3 million for right-of-way maintenance, not spent. $2.5 million for pocket park programs, $11 million for workforce development, $2 million for convenience center development, $2.5 million for RTA transportation support, $500,000 for language access, all not spent. And the list goes on and on. All of the money just collecting dust, and that's not all. Just before Mardi Gras, the city and Office of Homeless Services and Strategy cleared out this encampment in Treme. We asked the director about the city's low-barrier shelter and what role it plays in helping the unhoused.
What's happening is that people are falling directly to the streets because they don't know about all of the resources and how to get connected to those resources.
Records show $2 million was earmarked in 2022 for the city's low-barrier shelter and unsheltered outreach. But just 1 month ago, zero had been spent.
I don't understand, why we're not getting these projects done at a much faster pace.
Money just sitting is unacceptable, says the city council president.
That's been a significant issue as well, and a lot of it does have to do with overall operations of departments.
So we went to City Hall to demand answers from the top money manager.
I think it is important to share with the public. I think this is an opportunity. I don't take this interview or these interviews as, gotchas or any sort of other way other than, educating the public.
Gilbert Montano is the city's chief administrative officer.
Is the criticism fair, in your opinion, that you're not getting out the door fast enough, that things are just stalled in the administration and it doesn't seem like you're doing enough to get these dollars out the door?
I never want to judge someone's criticism. Everybody deserves their own criticism one way or the other. What I can assure the public is that the money's being managed correctly and that we are taking our due diligence and effectiveness to ensure that those dollars are spent properly. It'd be very simple and very easy just to cut checks all across the city and get that money going quickly. I anticipate the next 1.5 to 2 years accelerated growth on the spend down.
Is there a fine line between not doing something stupid with it and getting it out the door and making it effective?
I tell people, think about the money that the city runs on kind of like your diet. You can't be too restrictive and starve somebody, but you also don't want a department to be fat and lazy either. So it's sort of that just right principle. And listen, I was at a neighborhood meeting this weekend where we brought this up, and you could hear a collective sigh and people saying, this sounds like it isn't a money issue, it's not a resource issue, it's a management issue.
I do feel confident that we are managing these things appropriately.
Whatever the issue is in the East, Vucinovich, who knows a thing or two about food, just wants the city to put its money where its mouth is.
I know sometimes you've been critical of city entities, but if you have the money, would it be wise if they used it to attract businesses and try to grow this area?
I think you're hitting it right on the head, Travis. It would be wonderful. It can't hurt. I don't think it could hurt at all.